Hello and welcome to the Myrtle Beach USA Team Handball National Semifinal game featuring New York Athletic Club against New York 1. We had a great game today. Both teams look to advance to the final. What do you think, Connor? What can we expect out of this one?
Well, just to wrap it up, so we just saw Alberta beat Miami. That was in the Open League. They moved on to the finals. This is the semifinal for the Elite Division. The more experienced players, maybe the more skilled.
Definitely the more skilled.
Definitely the
more skilled players.
According to my friend Shane.
A lot of former pro players, some Olympic players. This is going to be a great game, and we are going to see some of the best in this country.
Number 15, Georgie. He's a skilled one.
Georgie.
13, the big Frenchman, I called him. And they're dapping up. I love it. Handball's such a gentlemanly game. But then they quickly go off the dap. They go off the dap.
Off the dap.
I can't believe it. I haven't seen that since 1998.
That is not a good start to a game. You do not want to get New York Athletic Club angry. That is just poor sportsmanship.
Passing the mic off to Brian.
Honestly, terrible sportsmanship. I've never seen something like that. You dap up that first one. You shake the hand. You wish them good luck. Number 44, Ethan, you don't forget that. I'll tell you that.
Thank you, Connor, for covering me. Shane, I'm going to cut you off because now the dynamic duo is back in the building.
For those of you just joining us, we saw New York City take a shot off the opening handshake. Unsportsmanlike play, hit it.
Did they really? That's not the sound effect for unsportsmanlike play.
That is not for unsportsmanlike.
No, that's the rap air horn. All right, anyways. Thank you, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's twice in one day. We're cooking here. We've got a great semifinal matchup, as I'm sure my colleagues have said before. I was a little bit late getting over here, so thank you very much. And let's see what we can do. Now, coming in, Shane, what are we looking for today? Nyack, New York City. It's a lineup. It's a matchup, I should say, with two lineups that feature a lot of good players.
This is the battle of the East Coast. Both of these teams are playing for a spot in the final where they will either play San Francisco Cal Heat or LA Team Handball Club. Nyack with the goal.
Chris Morgan on that goal. And we're back with you. Shane, can you catch me up, please? I've been, obviously I was a little late. What have you told the folks so far?
The main thing is how New York City shot off the handshake. That really blew both of our minds. We've never seen something like that. I've seen plays in handball where they actually tossed the ball to the other team. I bet you New York City would have stole the ball in that situation there.
They probably would have. Now, I know we have a lot of fun on here. I'm honestly asking you, did they really do that?
They did.
Are you serious?
They did.
Wow, dude. That's,
He basically, honestly, it was like a movie. He pulled the hand away and shot
did
the goal.
he really? Wow. That
From the wing.
In the business, that's known as a dick move.
Nyack.
I'm not supposed to say that, and I shouldn't say that again. I'm sorry. But I've honestly never heard of that. That's super unsportsmanlike.
Nice one-handed grab.
Dude, I can't believe they did that. That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah. All right, well, that tells you all you need to know about how these teams feel about each other. Coming back in, going through the starting lineups here, we've got New York City and Nyack. What do you want to start with? Let's say we bring it around the horn with New York. And I'm pausing because I'm reading the sheet and it's not the right team, so I can't read your lineups yet. Back to the action here. Nyack working it around, and these ones I can recite from memory because I know these guys. Ty Reed in the corner, number 10. Eduardo Reese, number 15, at the right back spot in the middle. They have got Hadi, number 9. Chris Morgan on the left side, and they're a man. No, they're not a man down right now. Ethan Pickett playing a little pivot right now, number 44, and Alex Recker, number 7, rounds out the starting lineup, or at least this lineup. We're 4 minutes in for Nyack. New York City features a number of players. Some former national team players for the U.S., some former pro players overseas, national team players for their own respective countries. So we'll see what happens here. Nyack has the ball again. Coming back to Hadi in the middle. Over to Chris Morgan up top. Big shot. Big save. Great save, but it stays here out of bounds. Is that a side out? No, it's going down. They're ruling that the ball went out the back. New York City takes over possession. And here they come on their attack. Coming in quick. Gets the ball over to the wing. Shoots up. Floats it over the head. And scores. Another one up for New York City. And it's 4-2. Nyack coming back down. Ty Reed with the ball. And they'll work it around here. See if they can answer it. Now, earlier Shane and I were covering the earlier game. And that was between Cal Heat and Nyack. And we saw Cal Heat get out to an early lead, and they were very comfortable kind of keeping that lead, maintaining it, and growing it throughout the game. Hopefully Nyack is not falling into a similar situation here if you're a Nyack fan. And as I say that, oh, maybe a stroke of luck there and a frustrating missed shot on a breakaway for last year's MVP of the Elite Division, number 15 for New York City. And I'm not sure if we have the names of the players yet.
We are still waiting for our official roster sheet with the updated numbers of the New York Athletic Club and New York City Handball Club.
All right, well,
we should have that in a few minutes for you guys.
Thanks for that. I can go by some of the New York guys' first names. I don't know all of them, though, so
I think we might have to use nicknames for this one.
Well, it might be easier because last time we enjoyed the names of some of the Cal Heat players. They were kind of fun to say, if we're being honest, and easy to pronounce, which is always nice when you're trying to not butcher someone's name. New York City's roster, I know when it gets here, it is a little bit trickier. So maybe we might have to resort to nicknames. Now, as we're saying that, I'm seeing number 15 in the wing. I know his real name. He goes by Georgi Radovanovic, I believe is how you say it. He's got a great head of hair on him. He looks to me a little bit like a Bond villain.
He does, and surprisingly, he is the one that didn't do the handshake in the beginning of the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a great player.
That's Georgie.
Like we said, he's a former, or I think he's the defending MVP. I believe he was MVP last year. Excellent player, left-handed player, gets out on the break for them very fast. A lot of moves over in that wing spot, and they use him all over the court. We'll look to see how they can incorporate him today as a premier scorer on this lineup. While they're doing it, number 13, Benji. Big, tall man over on the right side gets it across, and big save by Gabe.
So one of the things that I've noticed, a lot of people, I'm sure they criticize that opening handshake move. But, I mean, if it's a goal, it's an easy goal. Let's not forget, we're competing here for a national title.
You know, I get what you're saying there, but I think every sport has certain unwritten rules and signs of mutual respect for each other, and in this game of handball, one of them is that you go down, you slap hands with the respective player on the other side, and one of those players is of course going to have the ball, and you're generally not expected to steal the ball from that person, and you're not expected to shoot when they're coming up to shake your hand. So I don't know if I can agree with you there. It's a show of sportsmanship that everyone takes part in here.
Understandable.
You know.
Completely understandable.
And I won't call it what I called it earlier, but I think we can all agree that's what it is. I thought we had a bleep button, so I'm sincerely sorry.
Divine Jackson in at center back right now. Let's see if he can make some moves.
Let's see what Divine can do. Takes a shot there, kick, save, and a beauty rebound. No. Divine having a little bit of trouble there, getting the extra snap on that shot. Nice placement, just not maybe quick enough for the goalie to have it get by him. New York City looks like they're resetting here, getting their respective positioning back. And Vlad,
a great shot. He is a load down there.
A load.
A load.
He is a load. And I know his name is Vlad. And when your name is Vlad, I think the only natural nickname you can have is Bad Vlad.
I don't know if they have all the Bonds villains or a full-blown liquor store. We got Vlad. We got Georgie. Where's Hennessy at?
What? Vlad is not the name of a liquor.
Yes, it is.
What?
Vlad Vodka.
Vlad
It's
vodka?
a very cheap
No.
vodka.
Really?
It is I believe a handle is about $9.
Really? Well, you know what? I found this interesting myself. One of the great things about this sport is the diversity of it. People come from all over the world to play it. It's really unique here in the U.S. because not a lot of people in the U.S. play the game. So you get a diverse group within people from the U.S. playing it, and you get to talk when you go to these things. And one of the things I've picked up as we talk to people is that every locale around the country, sometimes even within close areas to each other, will have very differing cheap vodkas. Popov is a common one.
What is it?
Popov?
I've never had that one.
Really? P-O-P-O-V. Popov. No?
Yeah, Vlad.
You don't want to.
Vlad was a pretty popular one where I came from.
So let's get this going in the chat. Not sure how many people we have, but thanks for tuning in with us. Drop us a comment in on what is your favorite cheap vodka. We'll vote, and by the end of the game, we will have a winner on what's everyone's favorite.
Find out the cheapest vodka and what you call it in your neighborhood. If you want to put in your favorite thing to mix it with, feel free.
Ice.
Ooh.
That's nice. No, cheap vodka, you really
A
water that
$9
down.
handle of vodka on the rocks.
Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Anyways, back to the action here. We've got Nyack still with the ball, trying to grab a rebound here. Chris Morgan looks like he does, and they're saying no foul, play on. Tyreed's got it in the middle. Takes it over to Edouard on the right side. Over to Chris Morgan, tries a submarine shot, blocked by Vlad. And now New York City's out on the break. Georgie's coming down, and 1, 2, 3, up, and great goal by him.
Georgie. You want a balloon, Georgie? Little movie reference there for all of you movie buffs out there.
That was hilarious, Shane.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. So, we've got Nyack with the ball again. 6-3 game, 18:46 left in the first half. Plenty of time. We're not even a quarter of the way through this one. Vladimir Vodka. Shane's showing me that, and that is a real thing. You said Vlad. I've certainly heard of Vladimir. I don't know you shortened it. No, I'm kidding. I've never heard of that. All right. Well, can't call you a liar. It exists.
Again, let's hear your local cheap vodka in the chat. A lot of diverse regions in this sport. Would love to hear what your local vodka is.
I'm interested to hear the international cheap vodkas. The ones
Exactly.
we've not even begun to hear.
That's something I'm definitely interested in as well.
Agreed. And while we've been talking about the cheap vodka, New York City scoring again 7-3. Alex Zek. Daniel Alex Zek.
D-A-Z.
His full Christian name, Daz, number 55. So we got Zek over on the right, Chris Morgan heading up in the middle, Divine Jackson on the left, Ethan Pickett on the left wing. Chris Morgan goes up, shoots, and no, not going to happen this time. Not a lot of movement on that Nyack offense early. All right, I guess you agree with me.
I do.
Nyack's
agree
got
with
the
you
ball
on that
back, and Alex Schrecker's on the break, brings it over to Zek. Let's see if they can get a goal here. Goes in, and Zek gets tied up.
Another
Good
wrap
defensive stop.
up. They do not want to see DAZ get it started.
They don't.
They're good at getting him wrapped up very early.
They don't. Great left-handed player.
Hello, Nicole Dumpson. Cheering on Nyack.
Wonder where Nicole's watching in from. And who's her favorite player on Nyack? Maybe she'll tell us. Maybe she won't. Let's see. Back to the action here. Let's see if Nyack can get a goal. Moving the ball quick this time. Heidi's got it in the middle. Double fake around. Ooh, blows the pass to Chris Morgan. And another turnover. Ball's going in the other way. And the refs being sticklers on the spot for the inbound. Now we'll get some action back.
Brian, let's not forget, this is the semifinal game of the Myrtle Beach USA Elite Division
I didn't forget.
National Tournament. We have some of the best refs in the country here compared to our last game with Nyack, where we had numerous complaints about the referee job.
Yeah, that's true. In the afternoon, the chat got popping about the referees. It looked like they did a pretty good job to me, but everyone's got their own opinion. So far, it looks so good here.
What do you think about that one, Brian?
Well, Shane, I don't know, Shane. What do you think?
Brian, I think we're about to see some great ball movement from New York. That is what they're known for.
It's a hot take, Shane.
They play as a team.
They absolutely do, Shane. So we are looking at them trying to set up and score a goal here. They're up 5, trying to build on that lead. They've got it in the middle, trying to play a little 1-2 with the pivot. Resetting here up top and moving it all the ways over. Wow, great pass into the pivot there. That's an easy call on the 7-meter. How to do it. And a yellow card for Jordan Fithian. Great Nyack pivot. Got beat a little bit there by an excellent pass, but elected to tackle him from behind to not let him get the shot off.
Shooting right now, and we have a 7-meter graphic.
Oh, here comes a 7-meter graphic.
7-meter graphic and a made shot by lucky number 13 on New York City. Benji.
Yeah. It's harder when you don't know their last names. It just doesn't sound as...
It just doesn't sound the same.
It doesn't. But we still don't have a score sheet, so that's what we're going to go with.
What do you think about Benji the dog?
Was that a comic book or was it a movie?
It was a movie.
Okay. What was it
I've
about?
actually never seen it, but it's about a dog named Benji.
Oh, that's all you know about it?
That's all I know.
Oh, well, I don't know how it is then. And neither do you, apparently.
I don't.
All
I
right,
don't,
well.
Brian.
Oh, another yellow card. No, that yellow card's on Benji. He's not sure why. He said, okay, sorry. I don't know what I did. But you're the ref, so I have to listen to you. That's what he said. And back in action here. Nyack trying to get the offense going. Zek comes downhill, shoots, and stops. Call here is a 9-meter.
A bold prediction from Michael Wasaki. Go NYC. Nyack won't score more than 16 goals. What do you think about that, Brian? 16 goals from Nyack. Let's hear you in the comments. Oh, and real quick, we'll get back to that thought. We have a 7-meter graphic on the screen.
Oh, and Tyree is able to bury.
So let's hear it in the comments. Do you think Nyack is going to score more than 16 goals in this entire game? I don't know if Michael Wasaki has some type of intel on this team, but T. Alley said Nyack also has the same problem as a Miami team. a slow attack, and very, very narrow 3 backs.
Wow.
T. Alley, I love the feedback, and I love that we're getting active in the comments. Let's keep it going, guys.
It is. I love that you're binge watching this as well, because that means you watched the last one.
That is true. That is true. I hope that you guys are having a great Saturday and enjoying some handball from Myrtle Beach.
Or anywhere, because the live stream is seen everywhere.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
I know. If it's a beautiful day outside, my first thought is I'm going to watch a live stream of handball on YouTube, and I'm glad that's your thought too. It is some great action here, jokes aside. We are in the semifinal game for the Elite Championship here, and we've got what is slowly growing as a lead for New York City.
It looks like they might run away with this one.
Well, yeah, it's leaning that way early, so yeah, I would agree with you. Let's see what Naya can do here. Reset here. Alex Recker's playing in the middle. Over to Hadi. Hadi brings it across. Into Recker. Nice. And buries the goal.
A
nice
great
shot by him.
shot there.
Oh, and the goalie's down. Goalie's down with holding his head and his ankle.
Holding the Achilles. You do not want to see that.
Yeah, I think he's holding his head because he's in grief, and he's holding his ankle.
Okay, we are going to go to Sideline Reporter and see if he has any information on this injury.
Hi, Sideline Reporter Kevin here.
Hi, Sideline Reporter Kevin. What do you think happened with the goalie?
Well, it looks like he twisted his ankle there, and we're going to have to see if he's able to play. It looks like they're trying to get the cramp out, or I don't know if they're trying to get the... What are they trying to do to his leg? I don't know. They're kind of jerking it, trying to get it straight
I've
again.
never seen that method before. Very interesting.
Yeah, well, it seems to have worked. He's back up.
A heel pulsate.
All right. That's what you like
Okay,
to see.
thank you, Sideline Reporter Kevin.
That was the laziest impression voice. I couldn't even.
Had some technical difficulties. Couldn't bring in our Sideline Reporter camera, but we will get it. We will get that up for you very soon.
We absolutely will. So, 10-5 game. It's a no circle. Looks like Nyack is up a man somewhere in there. New York City got a 2-minute. I'm not sure why. But it's a 5-on-6 game now. Let's see if Nyack can capitalize and close out some of this lead. And timeout, New York City. They're going to talk about how they're going to deal with it.
We are going to bring in our Sideline Reporter. Get some fan reactions.
Here with John, and what have you seen so far in this game? I've seen two teams, and I mean those teams know each other for a very long time, and they played each other against each other for years now. So they both know what they're doing, and they both know like their own weaknesses. But what just happened with Jackson, the NYC goalie, might be like a game changer.
How do you feel about skipping the opening handshake
Skipping the opening handshake?
and shooting the goal?
What do you mean? There was a little mishap over here in the corner. It looked like he went for the handshake, but a quick pass to the corner and finished. Yeah, I mean, who did that?
Georgie.
NYC. I mean, that might not be the best sportsmanship you could see in the game, but well, I mean, they play for getting the finals, and good, I guess. Right, last question. Do you think Nyack will make a push? It's going to come closer, or do you think NYC will pull that? I know they're capable of it, but I don't see that on them. Okay. Thanks, Jan. Really appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
Does the audio still go through? Oh, it does? That was a great interview. Got his reaction on on New York City pulling away for that handshake.
Yeah, what was the reaction there? Oh, wow. While we wait on that, Hadi takes a hard shot off the face. Looked accidental, but it hurts nonetheless.
Yeah, so we asked him what he thought about it. He was in pure shock that New York City pulled something like that. He said that it's an unsportsmanlike move, and he made a face that was quite disapproving.
Yeah, I bet he did. It should be disapproved of.
T. Alley, I appreciate the praise. Thank you, and we will keep up the good work.
That's very nice of you to say. Back in action here. Number 17. Able to score for New York City. Nyack back on offense here, and all of a sudden they're down 6 again. They've got Alex Recker in the middle. He is manning the offense here. They've got Hadi. Looks like he's recovered from that shot off the face, and they are trying to capitalize. Throws a little behind the back pass. Tyree up, and excellent goal by him. That's a must-needed goal by Ty. Keeps Nyack within 5. And let's see what New York City wants to do to answer. Looks like New York City is going to have to deal with Nyack going back to a 5-1 defense, putting Alex Zek up in their middle, trying to break off some of those passing lanes. And he's sliding back down. Hadi jumps the pass and does not touch it. New York City with the unforced error and the turnover. Nyack coming back down, looking to score quick here. Alec taking it up. Brings it over to Zek. Brings it over to Ty again behind the back pass. Shoots, scores again. Back-to-back goals for Ty Reed, putting him right back in it, cutting the lead to 4. Two behind the back passes, and 2 goals for Ty Reed from Alex Zek.
That is the DAZ Tyree connection. You gotta love that. It's a great friendship outside of the sport. Am I right?
You are right. We talked about that on the last. Whoa! Big shot, big
great save.
And it looks like number 17 should be
pushing down
on one side. On the other side, oh wow, he really looks hurt. Number 17 shaking up on New York City.
Looks like he lost his breath a little bit.
He is really down. Wow, he collapses over on the sideline. You really hope it's not serious.
Yeah, you don't want anything bad right now.
No, you never hope for anything bad, not even just right now. We'll see. I'm not sure what he's holding over there. Luckily, he was able to make it to the sidelines. Might be a head.
Looks like he had the wind knocked out of him.
It does. He made hard contact on his shot. At first, I thought it was his hand. Something got banged somewhere because he's in a lot of pain. He's a tough dude. So we'll see how New York City deals with life without one of their leading scorers, or one of their top scorers. I'm not sure how many goals he has in this game yet. I'm not really counting. And since we don't have a sheet, I can't really tell you either. So we shall see. Back to the action. It is New York City. All of a sudden, that lead is shrunk to 3. Never mind. It's back up to 4. Benji, big, tall number 13 from New York City, takes a big shot.
Set shot. Wow. That is a big-time shot right there.
It is.
Nyack has been slowly closing this gap.
They have. They were closing it. That shot by New York City, able to bring it back up to 4, but Nyack still threatening. Looks like they're finding out their offensive rhythm a little bit here. Hadi goes up for a big shot, and goal! Jumps over 2 men taller than him, but excellent form, excellent ball placement. Puts it right in the corner. They're still rocking that 5-1 defense. New York City having a hard time here getting something going on offense. Wondering if the loss of one of their top scorers, Shabibi, is the problem there. Let's see what they can do. Charging in. Stop. 9 meter.
Very physical over there. Wow.
It is a physical game, and New York City is playing physical as they should. Let's see if their offense can get in rhythm with some of that physicality. Looks like, wow, big shot up by Vlad goes in. Excellent. Move to the pivot, and excellent pass to the pivot. Excellent move for the goal.
Let's see if Nyack could capitalize here and start to close this gap. You don't want to go into halftime down. And we had an early game prediction that Nyack wouldn't even score more than 16 points.
Yeah, it looks like that prediction is likely going to be false. They've got 9 with 6 minutes left in the first half. 9 goals, make that 10 goals.
And we have a 3-point game. We have Tubing the Lube asking who some of the key players are. You know what? That's a great question. For Nyack, key player is number 10, Ty Reed. As you know from the earlier broadcast, he was chewing a piece of gum that was minty, Dentine ice cubes. He doesn't have that same flavor gum this game. I don't know if that's going to affect his play, but
I don't know.
He told us that sort of keeps his focus where it has to be.
Well, he looks pretty focused so far in this game. Maybe that gum still has some flavor. I don't know. But all of a sudden, it's a 4-goal game again. Ethan Pickett goes, short post shot, and no goal. And he's looking for the 9-meter, and ref's like, nah, no 9-meter for you. And New York City back down on the attack here. Let's see what they can do. Off the sign. Now, I don't know if our mics are picking this up for you guys, but there are big advertisements under the scoreboards here. And when the ball bounces off them, they make a big, sounds like they're made of tin and make this kind of big panging noise.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's just me. It's an oddly satisfying noise. Do you feel the same way?
It is a satisfying noise. And during the intermission, I actually spoke with the New York City team, and part of their strategy was they heard that Nyack has very sensitive ears, so they were aiming to hit that tin as much as they could.
Really?
Hoping to distract Nyack a little bit.
Wow, so their game plan was to fluff the opening handshake and take a quick shot, and to take a lot of shots off of the tin sign to hurt their ears. That's an interesting strategy, but it seems to be working so far. It's a 15-10 lead for New York City.
And we are going to go to Sideline Reporter to see his thoughts on this game with another fan.
Cool.
All right, I'm here.
Oh, not yet.
Here with Mr. Casio. He played the last game that was on stream, had a great game. It was a tough loss, but what do you think about the game you've been watching so far?
It was a great game, a great level, so for myself, because I'm from Colombia. The team is a little bit I don't know how to say nervous, because we were tied about the last game, so we tried to do our best.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. It was a great game. Looks like you have one of your teammates here heckling you with his shoulder.
He's
Mr. Lopez, he played a great game as well. Well, I'm going to let you enjoy the game. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you, man. So, have a nice day. See you.
Even if it goes green while you're doing it, I still got the audio going.
Yeah.
'Cause I got the audio in the
When you do that, I
background.
moved it close to his face.
Okay. Alberta.
26-23. Again, these streamers that are binge watching this handball match all day. Oh, and cut that thought. We have a 7-meter graphic on the screen.
No, he didn't.
Catch down. Good to voodoo.
and then not getting back on defense, and it's a 5-goal lead just like it's been most of the first half.
So we might be having some light technical difficulties.
Light or heavy?
Oh, so we are back. Hello, Michael Wasaki, giving us a shout out saying you like the stream better without sound. Computers have a mute button, but we appreciate everyone that's here giving us some views. And thank you, Jennifer, for giving us a heads up that we were having some difficulties.
Thank you. Well, if it sounds better without sound, as you said, Shane, turn it off. Then problem solved for you. Maybe if they don't. Oh, hold on. I'm just getting word. We might be going to a sideline report. I'm not sure.
And it looks like we're going to have a sideline report right now.
I can never get enough of those.
You want to be interviewed? Yeah? You want to be interviewed? So who was doing the commenting for our games? He was the one. I haven't listened to everything, but he was
Okay, and here we are with our silent reporter, Connor.
What have you seen so far in this game? Actually, it was more looking at the other game, but no, it looks very good. So he was not watching the game we were watching. I did watch the game, but as usual, New York looks very strong, and it's going to be very difficult for any team to beat them this year.
Do you think Nyack can make a push?
Yeah, I'm sure they have a big bench, but I mean, we are used to see New York stay very strong in this situation, so it's going to be tough for Nyack to come back with the
Okay, well, thank you so much. We're going there.
All right. Hot takes there from the sideline. And I think might be able to take a quick break before we come back to the action here. 7:42 left for halftime. 5-goal difference, and we're out. And we are back here in Myrtle Beach. Half number 2 starting out. We've got New York Athletic Club and New York City Team Handball Club going at it here. Semifinal match for the men's elite division, top tier in the country for U.S. Club Handball.
For those of you just joining us, we've had a sort of one-sided game. New York City has been controlling this game. Nyack has always been playing from behind. Let's see if they come out in the second half with a little bit of energy, a little bit more than New York, and cover some ground, make up this deficit.
Yeah, let's see that indeed. Right now it's a 5-goal deficit. Ty Reed, leading scorer for Nyack, gets tied up during his attack there. Coming back is Nyack with the ball. Hadi in the middle, moves it over to Eduardo, back to Hadi. Hadi takes a big shot, saved. No! Blocked. Alex Recker gets the rebound, not able to put it in the net, and those are the types of shots they've really got to be able to finish if they're going to get it.
I'll switch.
And New York City back with it. They've got the 5-goal lead. They're very much in control of this game at the moment. It's felt like they've been in control, and the scoreboard has also said they've been in control, so safe to say they are. And right now, looking to get it to 6. Benji takes a shot wide.
Benji, a tall lefty, coming through. He is a force.
Yeah, it's a solid assessment. I would say he is a force. Meanwhile, here,
A
Eduardo
block. Wow.
gets his shot blocked. New York City throws it up, picked off, tip drill. Chris Morgan gets it.
A goalie out of the net.
Takes it up to Gabe, and over in the wing to Ty. A little too late, not able to get his shot up. He doesn't need a whole lot of space, but defense able to recover there. And Nyack once again will try to cut it to 4. Passing the ball around, and looks like they're getting ready to start their offense. And here we go. Hadi takes it in, over. And ref calls something.
And they have a step on him. Here we go.
They do. Oh!
Off the crossbar. Whoa! That is a big break for New York Athletic Club.
It is. And now it's gotten a little out of control on the court. Shots going up and down each side. Each team blowing some makeable shots. Perhaps an ill-advised shot there for Nyack. Hadi attempting to, oh, he took a jump shot, attempting to get in and over 2 people. Turns out not to be the best decision.
Yeah, for the women's game. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my good friend Brian.
Whoa. Connor, when did you get here?
Shane wanted to sub out. He said he's a sideline guy now.
Oh, he's, okay, cool. Cool.
So that moves you over to color, by the way. So get your knowledge and your information up.
All right, I'll try my best.
I wanted a little bit more confidence from
Well,
Brian.
no, it's just that I frankly feel like I'm better than you at play-by-play.
Oh my
but, I'm
God.
happy to play your second fiddle.
Oh.
I've heard you've had a very good run at being the play-by-play guy, so by all means, take it away.
I will give all the credit to Andy. He is killing it on the sticks, but I have had a good time, and also Brad. He knows everything there is to know about handball. Every single thing.
Yeah, well, once you're done sucking up, maybe we'll get back to the action here.
Score 17-12, NYC leading Nyack. Hasn't been a lot of rhythm out of this game, I don't think. What do you think we'll see in the next 26 minutes?
Well, hopefully more rhythm for both teams. Even New York City, they're a great team. They play in rhythm almost all the time. This game, they've definitely left some goals out there. We'll see if they're able to kind of clean that up a little bit. And New York City, or I should say Nyack, really does need to get a lot more rhythm if they're going to climb back in this one. It's still a 5-goal deficit.
Divine over to the wing, back to Divine. And then number 15, he goes for the, oh, with the drop pass, and he finishes.
No. Does not finish.
What
but then
happened?
the ball stepped on the line in the crease, so that's a no-goal there.
I am Rusty with the drop pass. Big Vlad is shoved to the ground. Can you imagine trying to push him?
Nah, he's super big. By the way, we decided his nickname was Bad Vlad, not Big Vlad.
Bad Vlad.
Bad
I can
Vlad.
remember that.
Yeah. You weren't here, so we'll let it go this time. But, oh, Did you see that? Yeah, the ref saw that.
Bad
Speaking of
Vlad?
bad Vlad, he just threw a big elbow into Chris Morgan, and the ref saw it and said, yeah, that's a charge.
Bad Vlad with the big bow. We're going the other way.
Connor, I need like a minute to reset my clock here. I'm on play-by-play mode, so if I
okay.
jump in, forgive me. I'm
Do what you got to do.
no, it's cool.
I also don't have a roster sheet, so I don't know any names, and I know you know a lot of them. So feel free to talk away.
Yeah, I will do that. That's why the color commentator gets paid. And we, at the moment, are seeing, wow, Divine Jackson goes in, scores. Excellent. Oh, he's down, though.
Oh, no.
Oh,
he
he's
did a quick roll.
Oh, he's up, though. That was interesting.
That looked a little easy.
It did look a little easy. When the defense doesn't get back, it is easy. So that's why it looked that way. Nyack's going to need to find an answer there. They're just not as quick for some reason. It doesn't seem like they're as quick as a team. They've got some very fast individual players, but they're not getting back.
Back to Divine. Does Divine always run the point?
He does not. Divine Jackson moves around quite a bit. In his former days, he was a premier scorer, and generally speaking, you keep your best scorers on the left and right back spots, and you let the guy in the middle facilitate.
So I guess they didn't think they had the spot.
Yeah,
It was close.
it was.
He's arguing it now still,
He is
the big Frenchman.
arguing with Anderson, ref out of Boston. Really good ref. He's a good ref.
I'm hearing some rumblings about the ref, but in my opinion, not this ref, refs in general, but in my opinion, it's been a very solid tournament.
Yeah.
Over to the Frenchman, jumping shot. Not seeing a lot of resistance through the middle. What are you seeing?
Not a lot of resistance through the middle. Just
We're
as you're seeing. I
We're
know-
seeing the same thing.
We are. I know that's a hot take, but if the defense doesn't step up, those shots are way too easy. Those shots are too easy for even lower level players when you're dealing with the best club in the country. That's certainly way too easy. And now we'll see if Nyack can get something going. They've got Chris Morgan with the ball right now. Jams it in, and that's a foot. But Chris Morgan, excellent jump shooter. He'll take shots very comfortably from 12 meters away. Maybe even further if he's feeling extra confident on Wise.
Yeah, I
but
believe he had 2 goals in a row in the first half, and they were from all different types of angles. It looks like he has a repertoire.
they were.
What's happening here?
Nyack's going to retain possession. They called the 9-meter. Divine went up to take a shot, tried to pump fake it down, and kind of flubbed the move a little bit, but they retained possession. No reset here.
Divine with the reset. Back over to Chris Morgan. We're going to need to see some firepower out of him if they want to come back with the drop pass.
Yeah.
Over to the former Alabama wide receiver walk-on.
Why you got to throw a walk-on in there?
It's not a shot. It just shows his determination.
All right. Hey, way to turn that around. That's valid. Back to the action here. We'll see what Nyack can get going.
Divine over to Chris.
Yeah, looks like Chris and Divine were having a little bit of, sorry to cut you off there. Looks like Chris and Divine are having a little disagreement on the court, or debate about how to move the ball around. Let's see if they can figure it out.
Divine with the in and out. Looks like he was blocked.
It was.
T. Ali says, I hope Nyack goes 5-1 defense on the Frenchman. What is your take on that?
I would agree with him there. A 5-1 defense when one of the players steps up and kind of cuts off the passing lanes. They've been doing it with Alex Zek, number 55. Worked a bit in the first half. They've gone back to the 6 flat. Has not been as effective. We'll see what they can do here. And looks like having a little debate. No, well, instead of going to the 5-1, it looks like Chris Morgan, 19 on Nyack, is taking out number 20 on New York City.
And that just leaves the space for the Frenchman.
It does. Well, he is super tall, and some of the players out there for Nyack right now are not super tall. And you don't have to be an expert to know that adds up to very easy shots.
Easy jump shots.
Yeah. Doesn't even have to jump. He's just tall.
Here comes Chris. They're going to need it out of him.
Oh, big shot.
Big jump shot. Oh, ball is stuck in an awkward spot.
Oh, that's weird.
Has anyone ever seen it?
Honestly, no. We've been here for 3 years. I've never seen a ball get stuck up there.
I don't think it's coming down. You need a ladder. Whoa, we're going to
That's
see
wild.
the goalies.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
they're just going to use a new ball.
Oh, hold on. They're going to take it.
How many tries is it going to take? I'm saying 3.
1. I don't even know where it's stuck.
There's 1.
No, they're not going to do that.
Oh, my
anymore.
goodness. Come on.
That's like what you do at the park when a basketball gets stuck if no one can touch rim.
I know. It's so embarrassing. That is always me.
That's super embarrassing. When you're with a group of people and you see it stuck, it's like, everybody can touch it. Everyone's like, no.
Then you go over to the guys that all probably can. Be like, hey, man, here's your ball. You're like, nah, I'll get it.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. Like, nah, dude.
Then you got to walk off the court in shame. But back to the action.
And
Still focusing on 20 with a man on him.
They are. Interesting choice of person to man. I might have picked someone else. Oh, and
And the Frenchman's out.
yeah.
Back to 20, even though they had a man on him, they lost him.
How did they do that? How did
And
they
now
lose
they're
him?
all arguing. And it's an 8-point game, and they can't like that.
Yeah, the composure is appearing to possibly become an issue for Nyack. We're seeing a couple debates on the court, frustration on the players' faces, and just like that, the lead is ballooned to 8, so maybe for good reason. Whoa,
Open lane.
very open lane.
Haven't seen a lot of those given up by New York in the second half.
Rare mistake on defense there. Eduardo buries that shot. Cuts it back to 7. And hold on, what do we have? Getting the ball down right now. I'm not sure if we're able to see that. It's at the other end of the action. There is 2 players. One kind of got on the other's back and jumped up and got it. That was impressive. And
Those are the Canadians. Those are the Alberta boys,
Oh.
and they are fearless.
they are almost as fearless as they are polite. Nyack turns it over again on debatable. Ooh, nice 9-meter.
And he stared at him.
He did stare at him.
It's getting chippy.
Maybe a bit.
Someone said something in French. I am very sorry. I cannot read that, but I'll try. Les joueurs, loops devant your coach de NYC. I think he said the NYC coach is very good, and I love America. I agree.
All right.
Whoa, he's wrapping him to the ground. That is bad Vlad taking a shot.
Wrecker takes him down there. Best defense he can play in a situation like that. Just try and wrap up and reset here. Benji gets it back to Vlad, comes off, and
He read the finesse, but then they get the rebound. They went for the reset. Oh, and he couldn't get to the interception.
Chris Morgan looks frustrated. He could have had that one. Maybe.
He wanted that one.
Uh-oh.
Did not think he would go for a shot from that angle.
That was a tough angle. Good players like him can make it, but not this time. And here comes Hadi coming downhill fast.
Another miscommunication and another drop ball. Looks like he wasn't ready for the pass.
The execution's not there at the moment. Nyack still trails by 8 with 18 minutes, and we'll say time is not a factor yet. Still plenty of time left in this one, but 8 goals is not a small amount.
I asked Brad Neslin this question, but I'll ask you the same one.
Okay.
What kind of lead in handball do you think is insurmountable? Because in the NBA, they can come back from 25, really no problem. That happens all the time. What would be the equivalent to a very large lead? And a nice shot from Nyack.
How much time's left in the game?
17 minutes.
No, in your
In the NBA game?
No. In an insurmountable lead, because like if you're down by 10 in the first 10 minutes, well, if you give up that much, you're likely to lose anyway. But you still have 3/4 of the game to get it back, right? So,
Gotcha.
I'm saying to answer your question, like right now, what's an insurmountable lead with 17 minutes, for example?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would say if you're down 15 right now, it's probably about over. If you're down as many goals as there are minutes left on the clock, it's very unlikely. But
Sounds about right.
like if you're down 10 with 10 minutes left, it's super hard to come back. If you think of it like basketball, for our American viewers, a little easier to maybe grasp. I don't know, would you say if you're down by 20 in basketball, it's like, okay, this is really tough. So
Right.
in handball, you're only scoring 1 each time. There's no 3s or 2s. So if you're down 10, it's kind of like you're down 20, maybe even a little worse.
Gotcha.
Oh, nice shot there from Ryan.
A few
New York
shots in a
State
row
player.
for Nyack. Seems like they can get some goals now. They just need to get some stops.
They do. They really do need to get some stops. And we had someone in the chat back there, Connor. I don't think you definitely weren't with us yet. They predicted that Nyack would not score more than 16 goals. And with 16 minutes left, they have 16 goals. So joke's on them.
Joke is definitely on them.
That's
We
an
don't
ice
like
cold
any
take.
pessimism in the chat.
We don't. That's a nice cold take, and that's why we're here and you're not.
That's how we get paid the big bucks.
That's right. We take those takes fresh out of the oven
Oh,
before the game
with the
starts.
rib.
And Hottie with a great steal.
Nice pass to the wing. Oh, and they get held up. They're going to hate that. They're going to hate that.
That's a tough one. Ty might have been able to take that shot. Elected to pass up a good shot with for a great shot with a better pass, but no one was there to get it, and now they've got to reset the offense and try and score in the half court.
Oh, a skip pass into the corner. Alabama. Oh, no. He stopped.
No angle on that shot. He's able to make them, but not that time.
He is very athletic. Definitely can make some interesting shots. Someone says, bonjour, Pauline. Not
Oh,
sure
hey,
who Pauline is, but shout out to them. And bonjour.
Wow.
Ooh, nice breakaway shot. Down to a 6-point lead. 15 minutes left. Nyack versus NYC Elite Division semifinal.
Hottie took on a triple team there. Looks like he's shaking up. He's going to the sideline, but heck of a play. No angle. Still able to put it in the net. And like you said, it is back to a 6-goal game with 14:40, 14:39, 38, 37. Clock's moving here. And Beanie, great center back for New York City, is in to set the tempo and run it for him. Let's see what they do.
He's almost become a legend in my eyes. All the people that have been talking about Beanie. And there's a shot after the spin. Right on cue.
Wow.
He's been doing it, and he comes out for defense. He's an offensive player at this point in his career, but wow, is he a good one.
Yeah, now I've always noticed about Beanie, not exactly sure how old he is. He's got some nice salt and pepper hair going, so I don't think he's a spring chicken, certainly. And we'll watch this. New York City, Benji comes down.
Nice.
Scores
No,
on the breakaway.
he is certainly a handsome man.
He's pretty handsome. I've always wondered because you notice his hair is salt and pepper gray, but he wears it a little bit long, and he's got a great head of hair. Like,
Right.
no thinning yet, so...
If
Once
he's just
again-
like randomly 30 with gray hair.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think he's older than that just because I know his
background.
His experience spans a longer time than just a few years, but yeah, dude, like to be whatever age he is and still rock hair like that. Not a lot of men can do it, and he can, and good for him for doing it.
I would set the line at about 43 and a half. Hopefully that will not offend him and his family.
Man, I might. That's a good line. Like, I want to take the under.
I have a little bit of information that leads me to believe it's over,
Really?
but I think it's a fair one.
What's your information that leads to that?
Brad Nelson was telling me that he has been playing since the 90s.
Okay, then likely older. Well, even more so. He's out here with the likes of Tyree and all the other young guys on Nyack and showing them what's up.
Oh,
Wow.
what a pass!
Heck of a pass.
NYC is starting to pull away.
They are. It's now a 9-goal lead. 12:43 left to play, and Daniel Zek back in. Let's see what he can do.
Chris Morgan with the rip. And it got through. Thought he was going to save that.
And it did. Quick shot. Nice goal. He does have that ability to score. And interesting defensive alignment here. They've got Divine Jackson in the middle. Ty Reed in the middle. Chris Morgan, one of the taller players, playing wing defense. And
That's an intimidating team.
It is. Let's see what New York City does. Benny's got the ball. Wow. Heck of a
That was an interesting move from Georgie. I have not seen an in and out that looked like that since I've been commentating.
Yeah, he's a good player. As we said before, defending MVP of the tournament.
Oh my God, oh, what a save! Oh, he's blocked. And the goalie wants to go quick, but then he sees Benny says no.
It was a
Give it
tough
to
shot by
me.
Jordan. There was a few people in front of him. He was trying to run the break, but trying to shoot it over 2 people. Not the best
Someone,
strategy.
I'm not sure if this is a guess or a definite. Someone says he's 42.
Really?
My line is pretty good, but I went over, so I feel bad.
Yeah, I went younger because it's polite, and apparently I'm also correct, so that's nice.
That's, dude, when you get them both polite and correct, you're doing something right.
I suppose.
Yep.
Divine. Ooh. Whoa.
Oh, what a block. She said Beanie is 42, smiley face. Thank you, Nerona.
Wow, heck of a line by you, too. You're right on.
I appreciate it. Beanie's a very nice guy. I met him this week.
Let it be on the record that I did guess the under.
He did, and we're not going to let it off the record. Everyone must know. Put it in the description of the video. Beanie is 42.
Yeah, you don't call a man old. That's just rude. At the same time, if he was older, it's even more of a statement of how good he is out here playing with guys
Right.
so much younger.
And another goal by NYC.
Yeah, now it is back up to an 8-goal lead. It's funny because Nyack is slowly losing the pace here, but it's also not totally out of hand yet. But like we were saying earlier, down 10 with 10 minutes left is somewhat insurmountable, and right now they're down 8 with 10 minutes left, so it's close to it. Let's see if they can score here. Divine Jackson stops the flow there. Chris Morgan has to go off his fingers.
Back over to Divine. Tries to get it to the wing. NYC playing very stout defense. And just like that, he doesn't care. Straight over them. A lot of players take 3 steps and take a shot. Seems like Chris can easily shoot off 1 step with a lot of power.
He can. Obviously, the quicker he can get the shot up, the better. He often has the ability to catch it in stride and just take 1 step, elevate, and make it. And I'd say offensively for Nyack, he's been one of the few bright spots where they really haven't had an answer for him. He's been scoring somewhat at will. Little 9-meter there.
Looks like they're going to have to increase his volume if they want a chance to get back in this.
Yeah, a stop here would be huge. If you can cut it to 6 with 9 minutes left, that is keeping the conversation going and your chances alive. Looks like they're running a little bit of a man on number 17 there. Gets across and misses that
Saeed
shot.
with the miss. They have a chance to push if they get it. Goalie gets the ball. They're looking up. Looks like they want a little break here. Jackson to the wing. He's pushing through. He hits Chris. He jumps in, and it's saved. Very clutch save with 9 minutes to go. Back over to the wing. Going back to the point, over to Chris. Looks like he might shoot. Little in cut, little fake, back to Chris, and he wasn't ready. Oh, and it's over the top to Saeed. He's got a fast break. This would be huge. He's running in, and he puts it in.
And just like that, back up to 8 goals with 8 minutes. It's going to get tougher and tougher here. You can see it on the looks, on the faces of the Nyack players. A little bit of frustration. But they're still moving around. Let's see if they can score a few more.
Back to the wing.
Ooh, off the crossbar. Oh, Tyree goes for the steal. Nothing doing there, but nice aggressive play. You got to have something happen for you like that if you're going to start digging out of this.
Beanie always communicating, always talking on the court. He is such a leader. At the young age of 42.
Ooh, now they are man and Benji, and it's working at the moment. Beanie trying to get all the players where he wants them to be, waving at some people.
And he does a nice screen with the drop-off and the fake by Georgie. Couldn't quite see what happened. Did you see that?
Yeah, so Georgie came out of the corner, elevates for the shot, does a real nice quick drop down, extends his motion, and goes up for another shot. The defense slid with him, but when you slide with him like that, and as a defensive player, your feet go into the 6, they're going to call the 7-meter because you blocked the shot, but in doing so, you...
And the graphic is up, and it looks beautiful as always, and they get the goal. 9-point lead, 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's starting to get, like, super out of hand. Well, not super out of hand, but the chances of Nyack winning going down by the minute, if you had one of those New York Times trackers that does the live thing of likelihood to win, it would be like at 2% right now.
Yeah, they'd be Donald Trump in July of 2016 when it was at like 1%.
Yeah.
But you know what happened there. No political talk here, just stating the facts. Back to the action. New York City 28, Nyack 19.
And with 6 minutes left, I think we're going to go to the sideline one more time. Not right now, but soon. We might be going over to a sideline reporter Shane to ask a fan what he thinks of the game. But at the moment, we're back here on first error, turnover by New York City. And Nyack back on the attack, and at this point, they've really got to go quick. Zek's got it into Wrecker, over back to Zek. Bounces off his hands over to Ty. He's going to reset it again. And Nyack slowly starting their attack there. Wrecker over to Zek, back to Morgan. Morgan
Little in
swings
and out.
it inside.
Nice move. Looks like he got something. Oh, what a catch and throw!
Wow.
One-handed snag. Julio Jones who? It's Ty. And it's only an 8-point game with 5 minutes.
That's a heck of a shot by Ty. Cuts it just back to 8, but really, really impressive. Snags it with one hand and puts it in like you said, and let's see what happens on this side now. Tied up there. Reset.
NYC is in no rush. Clock is in their favor.
They're most certainly not. It's very much a game of controlling the pace, and right now they are masterfully.
You just don't think they're going to get out of hand with any pacing, and when you have Beanie on your team controlling everything, he won't let it happen. Ball's rolling towards us. Let's see the dexterity from Andy, and he gets it. What a play. Over to Beanie, and the throw is a little off the mark. But we're gonna.
Perfect.
He says it's perfect, but it was low. But that's why he's amazing on the sticks and not on the court.
I'm gonna fill in Andy and you guys what happened there. Beanie missed that on purpose because he wanted the ball to roll back so they could continue to take more time off the clock. So
he's always thinking.
Yeah, when we say he controls the pace, we literally mean he's controlling the pace with everything he does, including purposefully not catching passes from the video producer to take 4 more seconds off the clock.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a fake. That looked like steps, did it not? I don't know.
It was a nice hesitation move. Ref didn't call it, looked in rhythm, and
it was a nice move.
Able to hop around him and put a nice goal in there. And this one is, I think, with that shot.
Should have been 30.
Yeah, with that shot, we might make the call that this is officially garbage time.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could talk in generalities about NYC and Nyack, where they're at as teams. What would you say as far as their future goes?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think starting with New York City, you've got a team that is 2-time defending champs at this point. Excuse me there. And they are, as this result becomes final soon, going to be playing in their 3rd straight gold medal game tomorrow. Last year, they beat Cal Heat. Today, do we have the result of the LA Cal Heat game?
I believe it did not happen yet, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it has either, but they'll play the winner of that. I believe Cal Heat is favored. So it looks like it'll be a rematch of last year's final if New York City is able to win that again and three-peat. The future looks bright, and it looks like there's no one that's posing a real challenge to them right now, and we'll have to kind of wait for the next team to rise up and do that.
It actually could be happening at the same time as this game.
I was thinking that might. Oh, I
Very
can actually
possible.
see it. It's over there.
Okay.
Yeah, uniform. So, actually, I can peep on that scoreboard, and it looks like
22-19.
Yeah, it's 22-19. Much closer game over there. 9 minutes left there, and we'll see. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game, which will be New York, in a little while here, but not quite there yet. As Wrecker takes a shot and goalie saves it easily.
Assuming this result stands, which it most likely will, we're going to have New York City in the Elite Final and Alberta in the Open Final, and 2 teams to be determined. We will fill you in on those as soon as we can.
To finish up on your second part of your question there, Connor, Nyack is in a bit of a different situation. They, prior to this rise of New York City, were the premier club in the U.S., winning 2 out of the last 3 championships before New York City started this run. So a bit of a changing of the guard there as New York City misses a floater on the side. But yeah, for Nyack, it's going to be back to the 3rd place game this year, as they've been for the last 2 years in a row as well. Maybe they'll be three-peating as bronze medalists. Great shot from Chris Morgan there.
Nice shot. Almost no angle.
Yeah. That's really impressive when you can fade into the corner like that. But yeah, Nyack is going to have to figure out what they're going to do in the future. They have their recruiting program to bring in players, some of these newer guys in the Olympic program. It's a bit of an honor to be asked to be a part of the Nyack team.
Christoph Niebel said, Nyack not same team anymore, lost toughness.
Oh, lost toughness.
Would have at least fought not to get down by 10. I don't think that's a fair assessment of what's happening here. I think NYC is a very talented team, and they just really have played a great game. I don't think that's fair, but thank you for the opinion, Christoph.
Yeah, well, it's a tough one, man. It's I gotta be honest. I hear what Christoph is saying a little bit, because we're sitting right here. We can see these players, and the look on their faces for the last 15 minutes has been frustration, and you know, certainly wouldn't say they quit on the game early, but you could see that they were being mentally affected by some of the unforced errors and things as they make another one right on time. 3 against 1 goes up, and shot score.
Well, that will pretty much do it. Nyack 32, I'm sorry, NYC 32, Nyack 22. NYC advances to their 3rd straight championship here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the 2019 U.S. Open. Any final conclusions, Brian?
Nah, man, that was a tough game. It was not a tough game for a New York City fan. Congratulations to them. They're going back, as we said, to their 3rd straight final. Very, very impressive. It might be their 4th straight final. I believe they lost to Nyack in the final 4 years ago. Maybe someone will fact check me on that. But either way, they're a mainstay up there, and they're back there again this year. And as we peep the scoreboard over there, still looks like they will be playing Cal Heat up by 3 with 6 minutes left, but that game's far from over. And yeah, it's this was the result everyone kind of expected. And for Nyack, it's going to have to go back to figuring out how they're going to go forward.
All right, everybody. Tune in tomorrow starting at 8 a.m. for the stream start. The first final game is at 9:30. That's the open final. The women's final is at 11:30. The elite final is at 1:30. If you have any other questions, please refer to the Top Score website for U.S. Open Handball. If you have any other questions, please put it in the YouTube chat tomorrow, and we'll try to answer them. Thank you for tuning in with us.
Brian and Connor out.